Hello once again on Cowboy Insiders Today News in the draft NFL 2026. The Dallas want a huge signings that can help team to win a title this year, which is a Super Bowl. So we are breaking our NFL draft players that are likely to join the Cowboys. Inside the headquarters of the Dallas Cowboys, the atmosphere feels different. There is no noise, no distraction, only focus of the NFL draft of this year are the front office led by the Jerry Jones understands that this is not just another off-season, but this is a moment that could define the future of the franchise in the Cowboys. After frustrating season, the Cowboys are no longer satisfied with obeying a clause. The goal now is clear in the Dallas Cowboys. Build a team that can dominate again. At the center of this vision stands Micah Parsons, the defensive superstar who can carry the unit with his energy and talent. But even a player like Parsons cannot do everything alone. The Cowboys now they must surround him with elite pieces, a player who can match his intensity, speed, and versatility. One of the names strongly forecast in the rooms is a James Pierce. A James Pierce Jr. He is explosive, fast, and relentless when chasing a quarterbacks. The idea of pairing him with Parsons excites everyone offensive lines who would be forced to make impossible decisions. A double team Parsons or stop Pierce. Either way, the Cowboys pass rusher would become one of the most dangerous in the league. Alongside him, another option like Michael Williams offers different kind of strength. Williams is a powerful, disciplined, and capable of stopping both the run and the pass. He represents a balance, something Dallas have been missing in recent years. There is also intrigue around a Sherman Stewart, round but incredible gifted athlete. He is not yet a finished product, but his physical tools suggest he could grow into a dominant force. For the team thinking along team, he is a type of player worth investing in the team. While the defensive line is a major focus, the Cowboys cannot ignore the middle of the field where consistency have been lacking. That is where players like Harold Perkins Jr. come into the pictures. Perkins brings a speed and versatility, capable of flashing the passer, covering receivers, and making tackles in space. He fits a perfect into a modern NFL, where defenses must adapt quickly to complex offenses. Alongside him, a Barrett Carter offers intelligence and leadership. He reads a play well and communicates effectively, and he provides a stability qualities every great defense needs. The conversation then shifts to the secondary, an area that has struggled with the consistency. The Cowboys understand that in today's NFL, you cannot win without a strong cornerback. That is why Will Johnson is such an attractive option. He has the size, confidence, and skill to become a true shutdown corner capable of neutralizing the league best receiver. There is also excitement around a Travis Hunter, a light talent who can contribute on both defense and offense. This player is called a Travis Hunter. His versatility could give a Dallas unique advantages, adding unpredictability to their game's plan, and for safer, more consistent option, a Denzel Burka provide a reliability and experience, the kind of player or coaches trust in a critical moment. So inside the trenches, the Cowboys know they must become a tougher opponent and have been able to land the ball too easily, controlling a games and wearing down a defense's player like Mason Graham and Tyleik Williams offers solutions. They bring a strength, physicality, and the ability to dominate the line of scrimmage. With them in a middle, Dallas could finally fix one of its biggest weaknesses in the NFL. Even though a defense is a priority, the offense cannot ignore it, especially with a Dark Prescott leading the team. A Prescott has forced increasing a pressure and the organization known he need a better support. A receiver like a Micah would bring a consistency and reliability hands, helping move the chains and sustain the lives. On the other hand, a Luther Borden 3 adds an explosiveness, the kind of player who can charge game with one play. Protection is just as important. Without a strong offensive line, even the best quarterback will struggle. That is why a Kelvin Banks Jr. is being considered. He offers a strength and a techniques ensuring a Prescott has time to make a plays. Meanwhile, a Jonas Savania provides a versatility capable of filling a multiple roles and adding a depth across the line. Beyond the draft, Dallas is also exploring the possibility of bringing in proven talent through a trades. So a player like a Patrick Surtain too could instantly transform the secondary into one of the best in the league. Adding a Brian Barnes would give a team another elite pass rusher to repair with a Parsons, creating a constant pressure on opposing quarterbacks. And with someone like Buda Baka, the defense would gain a leadership. So the adding of Brian Barnes would give a team another elite pass rusher to pair with a Parsons by creating a constant pressure on opposing quarterbacks. And with someone like Buda Baka, the defense would gain a leadership, toughness, and playmaking ability in the back ends. As the decisions continue, late into the night, one thing becomes clear. The Cowboys are not just looking for talent, they are looking for the identity. They want players who are fast, aggressive, and versatile, a player who can adapt to the modern game and bring energy to every snap. They are building not just a roster but a culture. If this transfers or this NFL Draft 2026 success, the transformation could be a dramatic. The defense would become a faster and more aggressive, capable of dominating a game. The offense would gain a balance and protection, giving a Prescott the tools he needs to succeed. Most importantly, the team would have a young core capable of competing for years to come. But nothing is granted. The draft is always a risk. Every decision carries a weight. Every pick shapes the future. As the Jerry Jones looks around the room, he understands the importance of what lies ahead. But also the Dallas Cowboys want to sign a draft 2026 in the NFL mock. Also, the Dallas want to extend the some players' contract in 2026. So let's continue on those players that the Dallas Cowboys want to sign, want to extend the contract in these periods. Micah Parsons. Micah Parsons, he is the defensive leader. His expected contract will vary about between 5 and 6 years, and in his contract will estimately value about 160 millions. And Parsons has already established himself as one of the most dominant defensive players in the NFL. So the Micah brings a net pass slashing ability, a game-changing defensive plays, and leadership on defensive side. With a Parsons leading the defense, the Cowboys have one of the most featured defenders in the football. Also, the Dallas Cowboys want to sign a Tyler Smith. A Tyler Smith is the offensive lineman, and Tyler Smith has become one of the most reliable protectors in the Cowboys' offensive line. His expected contract is 4 years, and estimated value is between 70 millions and 85 millions to extend the contract with a Dallas Cowboy. He brings a strong protection for the Dark Prescott, a dominant line blocking, and stability on offensive line. Keeping a Smith ensure that a Cowboys maintain a strong offensive line for years in the Dallas. Also, a Trevon Diggs, the playmaking cornerback. A cornerback, Trevon Diggs, is another key defensive player expected to remain a major part of the Cowboys' plan. Expected contract is between 3 and 4 years, and estimated value of his contract is between 60 millions and 8 millions. So Diggs is famous for his ability to intercept a pass and change the momentum of the game, and he brings a ball hawking skills, a big defensive plays, and a nailed coverage against top receivers. His ability to create a turnover is a huge advantage for the Dallas. A tight end, Jack Ferguson, has quietly become one of the most reliable weapons in the Cowboys' offense. Osa Odiguzua, he is a defensive line strength, a defensive tackles, Asa has developed into a key part of the Cowboys' defense